It is the season for choosing courses for the 2025-2026 school year. Welcome back, students. Happy New Year to you, and welcome to a new year of course selection and academic advising. In this video today, we will share with you some important dates, resources, and directions to assist you with selecting classes for the 2025-2026 school year. Let's get started. Let's start with those important dates. First up, we have the Curriculum Fair on January 15 during 8th period. Curriculum Fair is an in-person opportunity designed for you to explore and learn about elective courses. Prior to the Curriculum Fair, you will receive a session guide on ION that will help you to plan which elective courses you would like to learn more about during the 4 sessions. Next, on the evening of January 15, school staff will hold a virtual curriculum night from 6 to 8 p.m. on Zoom. This is an opportunity for parents and guardians to explore required and elective course offerings. Students are also welcome to log in and participate with their parents. Finally, after you've gathered information about the courses you want to take and you've added them to your course request menu in StudentVUE, you will meet with your counselor for an individual academic advising session. This will be a one-on-one meeting lasting between 10 and 20 minutes between you and your assigned school counselor. Rising seniors will meet with counselors during one period in which they have physics or AP physics between January 30th and February 12th. Rising juniors will meet with their counselors through one period in which they have World History and Geography 2 between February 13 and February 26th. And rising sophomores will meet with their counselors through the iBest between February 27 and March 14. If you're absent on the day or your counselor is not able to meet with you on your scheduled day, don't worry. Your counselor will reach out to you and schedule a makeup meeting. As you begin to talk to people, gather information, and do your research on the classes you want to request for next year, we also want to point you towards some very helpful resources that we've created for you. The public website has a page called Choosing Courses for Next School Year 25-26 with tons of helpful information. We also have information available through the Student Services course in Schoology, which is located in the Materials section in a folder called Choosing Courses for Next School Year. We encourage you to take some time between now and the start of your academic advising appointment for your grade level to explore these resources and make informed decisions about your course selections. First things first, you will be responsible for entering your desired course requests into SIS. Using our rising seniors as an example here, our counselors will begin meeting with that group of students one-on-one, starting with the rising seniors on January 30th. Therefore, we want our rising seniors to enter their course requests into SIS before that date. So before January 30th, all seniors, rising seniors, should have their course requests entered into StudentVUE. If school doesn't start until August, why might you ask, are we doing this so early? The reason is that your course requests for the school year, next year, drive the development of our master schedule. Based on what you select, we determine how many sections of a class we will need to have and how many teachers we need on our staff for the upcoming school year. We make really big decisions based on the data that you provide based in your course selections. Your course selection is a huge part of developing this master schedule, and it takes months to develop, so we need your input early. Please note that the last day for students to request changes to their course selections is Friday, March 14. So you have between today and March 14 to make your decision and enter your selections into StudentVUE. We hope that you're also talking with your parents and guardians about your plans for courses for next year. We want to make sure that they're important, informed participants in this process. After all students have met with their counselors, a course verification email will be sent home to your parent or guardian to assure that there are no changes they want to make and that your parents and guardians agree with the course selections made by you. After March 21st, we will not accept any changes to course requests or your course selections for next year. Please be mindful of this date and make sure you take the time to discuss these courses with your family. Parents can reach out to your school counselor to request changes to your course selections no later than Friday, March 21st. Now we will talk about some important directions for you to follow when requesting your courses. As of today, January 6, 2025, a new menu called Course Request has opened for students in StudentVUE. We want you to think of this like an Amazon shopping cart. Just like when you shop for products on Amazon, you read reviews, you browse the research, and we have opportunities like curriculum fair and some 8th period information sessions, as well as some additional resources available to help you gather this information to make informed decisions. Let's talk about what it looks like to add course requests to your shopping cart. You'll need to log in to SIS StudentVUE on a computer. The mobile app may work for this process, but these are very detailed things that we're going to be entering in, and so it's much easier to do this on your laptop. The Course Request tab opens a menu that will serve as your shopping cart, where you can add courses to your requests and alternates lists, as well as reorder the priority of your alternates and delete courses out. You will be able to add and remove courses from your shopping cart starting today. On the day that you meet with your counselor for academic advising, your course requests will be locked in and can only be changed by your counselor. The checkout process for your shopping cart happens when you meet with your counselor for academic advising. The order gets placed and a confirmation email gets sent to your parent at the end of the academic advising window for your grade level, with a final deadline of March 21st for your parents to request changes before your order goes out for delivery, which is really when we begin building the master schedule. Let's talk about some very important do's and don'ts when it comes to the course selection process. Please make sure that you do the following. The course selection sheet is a required tool in this process. It is useful because it has the correct course codes or ID numbers for all of the TJ courses that you're going to choose. It is imperative that you enter the course number into SIS StudentVUE that is written on the course selection sheet. Counselors want to make sure that you use the correct course code, and one of the biggest issues where we have schedule complications and challenges is when students choose the wrong course ID numbers. Your counselors will check these course ID numbers with you during academic advising, but it certainly helps to be careful when inputting this information in the first place. Keep in mind that your graduation requirements are important when making your course selections, and we will pre-schedule you into some courses that we know are required for graduation. So for example, we also want you to check, do you have 3 years of a consecutive world language? Have you taken your 4th social studies requirement? Have you completed your econ and personal finance requirement? What about computer science? If you're unsure on how to meet all these requirements, your counselor will help. It is also important to note that if classes have prerequisites before you sign up for them, that those courses have been taken and passed. The TJ course catalog is available online and the prerequisites are listed. We also want you to use the course selection sheet as a tool in this process. And if you're unsure about what level of a class you should take next, we want you to talk to your teachers. During the curriculum fair, this is a great opportunity. You can also find teachers in the hallways and ask them questions about which course they recommend for you. They will give you valuable feedback on your own skills and perspective on what the future class might entail. Consider balance when you're thinking about all your classes. How many hours a day do you have to complete the work for these classes? And also consider things like playing sports, doing activities, your social commitments, and of course, some important downtime is needed. Please don't do these things when you're inputting your course selections in SIS. We want to make sure you use your course ID, not the course title, to select a course from the course selection sheet. You could very well be signing up for a class you don't want. The course IDs are generated from the county FCPS, so there are many variations just for one course alone. If you search for a course by the course title, it will show all available courses, and we want to make sure you search for the exact course ID for the course that you want to take. Once you've met with your counselor to discuss your course request, they're going to lock in your course selections, and you won't be able to change those course selections without reaching out to your counselor to change it. So another don't is don't try to reach out, or don't try to remove a class that's locked in, but do reach out to your counselor if you need help. And finally, please choose classes based off your interests, not because it will weigh your GPA more heavily or because you hear it looks good for a college application. 9 times out of 10, if a student makes these kinds of choices, they regret their decision. So please choose an elective course because you're interested in it, and it will help you with your future plans. Within the Course Request tab, you will see a magnifying glass above the course ID and course title that allows you to search by these features. Again, we strongly recommend that you search for the course you want to request by the course ID number, not by the title, so that you're sure to have the correct course. Some courses have multiple codes. For example, AP Psychology is a course that most students take in person at TJ, but there are a few students who take it through online campus or as an eighth course, and these all have different codes. Imagine that on the first day of school, you expect to go to your AP Psychology class in person and find out that you're registered for one through online campus. We don't want these kinds of mistakes to occur, and neither do you. So please use the course selection sheet and choose the codes carefully. To request a course to be part of your schedule for next year, you will select the button that says Add Request. To select a course to be one of your alternate courses, select Add Alternate. Now they're all in your shopping cart. Now, you might need to delete a course that you've added by mistake, or you might change your mind about a course and want to make another selection. To delete a course from your requests, you'll need to select the Remove button. Note that you can add and remove courses from your cart as long as they have not been locked in. Some courses are locked in for you and cannot be removed. These are required courses that we need you to have on your schedule next year. If a course was added by you, it can be removed by you until your counselor locks in all of your courses during academic advising. After that meeting, you will need to email your counselor or stop by Student Services to request they make a change to your course selection. Remember, the last day for students to request changes to course selections is Friday, March 14th. Now, selecting alternate courses that you are interested in is also very important. We definitely do our best to build a schedule that allows you to access every class that you want to take in your schedule, but sometimes the perfect schedule that you're hoping for just doesn't work out. If this is the case for you, your counselor will need to choose from your alternates to give you a complete schedule for the year. Your counselors don't want to guess at what class they think you'd like to take when they're creating schedules in August. Instead, they rely heavily on your alternates and the order of preference that you put them in to make decisions if there's a conflict in your schedule. When you're choosing your alternates, it's important that you've taken the prerequisites required for these courses. We encourage you to select at least 6 alternates, and we encourage a combination of semester and year-long classes to give your counselor many options to choose from that will help them complete your schedule. It's important that you put your alternates in the order of your preferred preference, and you might have to add them in the order that you prefer, as there is no easy way to reorder them once they've been added. So you might have to delete them and re-add them to get them in the correct order. A copy of this presentation will be available to you in the Student Services Schoology course, so you can revisit it at any time. We encourage you to take the rest of your time this period to explore these resources available to you through Schoology Student Services course and the TJ Public website. You will want to download a copy of the course selection sheet from StudentVUE, from Schoology, which has all of the course titles and ID numbers that you want to make your selections. Once you've researched and added courses to your shopping cart, your counselor will lock in the selections. Parents, too, will be invited to review the course selections and request any final adjustments by the deadline, March 21st. There will be no changes to course selections after this date, and parents may request those final changes in the final week of academic advising. Remember, the student deadline is March 14th. Please use these next 2.5 months carefully to gather information, talk to teachers, talk to upperclassmen, and make informed decisions about the classes you want to take for the 2025-2026 school year. Thank you.